found something else to add to the agenda today. This is the IRS website. It is full of information. You can even get your own tax records and stuff here if you need that information. You can order stuff for clients as well if you have their permission to do so. So this, and we'll see how far I can reach here. Forms and instructions. This is a great place to look for information. If you're not quite sure, this is a great place to start. This is one of those IRS publications. So an administrative type of authority, it's a great place to start with any question, is to actually look at the instructions. So like for example, here's our 1040, instructions for 1040. And you can use this in when you're doing stuff too. There's that 1040 SR I'll talk to you about. Let's see, so all sorts of, oh, it's not very big, I'm sorry. Oh, all the preamble. What's new? So they always start out with this, things that have changed from last year. So like they've got the standard deduction listed. Let me see if I can't make that a little bit bigger because that's awfully hard to see. Just, you know, kind of a summary of all the things that changed this year. Oopsie daisy. Oh, stop. Free file. There are income limits for free file. Oh, although it's pretty high income limits. This only applies to federal free file. A lot of people get caught up with that, and then they realize they've got to file their state return too, and they've got to do it completely separate from their federal return, and they end up not saving a whole lot of money. Filing requirements. Do you have to file? What if you can't file on time? So those extensions, where do you file? What's our due date? How can you, and then information about, I'm not going to go through all of this because it's I don't know how many pages it is. A lot. Oh, 114 pages. So all the information, but this is a great place, a great reference tool for you if you've got questions about something. It's just a good place to start. And then also what oftentimes happens, if it gets to be a more complex question, you go here first and you're just not, you know, okay, there were 5 options before, and this document has narrowed it down to 2 options, but you're still not quite sure between those 2, then you can go dig a little bit deeper. All of those revenue rulings and revenue procedures and all of that stuff is also on the IRS website. But this is a great place to start. Especially like, okay, so when we're getting into, in the next chapter, filing status, and if you're just not quite sure, like, or you're having trouble remembering what the requirements are, this gives a lot of information about filing status, and it gives some examples as well. Who qualifies for what filing status? And you know, who is a dependent, that kind of stuff. They do have line by line instructions, worksheets to help you determine whether or not you qualify for certain items. Again, this is just for the Form 1040. Okay, now it said that it does include schedules 1, 2, and 3. It probably doesn't include any other schedules though. Let's see if there's anything. Anyway, so I gotta get back to the first page, because that's just one of the things. So, and like I said, all of the forms are up there. This is just the 1040. You can see and it's not just here. You can do a search as well. So if you wanted to search for like that circular 230. There we go. here is the whole circular 230. All the things that you can and cannot do. So you can see this is 44 pages long, a lot more information than what's listed in your book, but it gives you additional information about all that jazz. What else? So other information here. Let's see, can we go to the next page? There we go. Scams and schemes alert. Mobile-friendly forms. Well, there you go. Inflation Reduction Act. Yeah, that's not really working out. Energy credits. Let's see. Tax updates and news. Okay. Read the latest news. Latest updates. IRS sent out thousands of letters disallowing improper ERC claims, which was the employee retention credit, but were fraudulently, people applied for these credits, got money back, and weren't entitled to it. IRS announces delay in Form 1099-K reporting threshold for third-party platforms. So, news about what's going on. So anyway, it's tons of information about tax. I recommend you go there, tool around, take a look at it, bookmark it, stick a pin in it. Let's see, about the IRS, careers, you want to work for the IRS? Yeah. Yeah?
I don't know what careers
Let's see, what careers we got. Let's see, careers, what purpose, benefits, students, here we go. Internship program, there you go. Available to students enrolled in a wide variety of educational institutions, full and part-time paid opportunities. Recent graduates program, student volunteer program. One of the other things I want to point out on here is so,